Hi guys, it's Mike here from Prosper by Property, and today I thought we'd talk about networking. I think this is the lifeline and lifeblood of any property investor. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey in property, but at some point you need to be able to get out there, get your message out and create opportunities. The most important part of networking is the opportunity it creates. You never know what's around the corner or the doors that you're going to open when you meet new people. So people network mainly for joint venture opportunities. They want to learn more, they want to submerge themselves around like-minded people, and also maybe they're looking to raise finance for their property opportunities. And a way of doing this is networking, but there's many different types of networking. As you know, there's loads of property networking events around the country at any time in any part of the month. But there's different types of networking you can go to. So if you're going to a property event where there's the speakers and everything else, what you've got to bear in mind as well is that these places are full of property investors and potentially all looking for the same thing. So how do you go somewhere else maybe where you can get your message out and there's less competition? Maybe that's something for you to take away. One of these is I do networking with business people, so it's just B2B as I call it, business networking, where I just go and sit with business-minded business owners and I pitch my business once a week to them. And I tap into their network. That's another incredible part of networking, that it's not just about the person that you're talking to at the time, it's about the people that are behind them, and you can't see them people, but by you getting your message out to people and telling people what you do with your enthusiasm and your passion, opens up more doors. Now, what I've noticed through networking is that networking isn't something that's instantaneous. It's hard sometimes to measure the results of your networking. But what I'm going to share with you today is a way of doing so, because I really get a buzz out of, and when I joint venture with a partner or we raise finance, I like to track back where the start of that conversation happened. How did that person come? How did we cross paths? And a way of doing that is that the way I sort of measure and manage the people that I work with, I use Google Forms, and we use a spreadsheet basis. And once that spreadsheet is set up, maybe you just put their name, their contact details, where you've met them, maybe a little bit about them as well. Remember that when you follow up, if you're following up with them and you know a little bit about their family or an interest with them, that also helps just to warm the conversation, and it means that you've taken note and you've listened to that person, and then it really works well for them. So if you use Google Forms, use a spreadsheet, put the details on the spreadsheet, and then what you can do, you can send that to your phone, you can save it as like a little app. And what I do, every time I have a meeting with someone, I open up my app at the end of the meeting, I put the details in, name, contact details, when I'm going to follow up, the type of conversation that I've had with them. It may be that they're looking for a particular person. It could be that they're looking for a builder. It could be that they're a joint venture partner, or they've got funds to invest, and there's a type of investment that they're particularly looking for. And then the next day I can follow up with this, say hello to them. I've got the details. And it's a great way of managing and measuring. But what's more important is that for any property, there's always, or any investment, should I say, what comes first? Is it the project, or is it the investment? Which way round? And it'll never be perfect. It never is in property developing, property investing. So it's important that you build up your database. One of the things I find really, really interesting is that when we get a development opportunity or a property to refurb or an investment opportunity, I use my phone book, and I go through my phone book, which tallies in with my Google Forms, my investors. And it's really interesting that the people that normally say yes and want to work with us are the people that we've built a long-term working relationship with, where we've kept in touch, and I've been able to go back into my database and find where these investors have come from, and that's a great, for me, I personally enjoy that. It's a part of my business that I like to see where I found my potential investors, where they came from, the relationship. And because then obviously there's the 80-20 rule. If you can start working out where you get the maximum of your results, maybe you can not spend so much time where you're not getting the maximum results. So today, that's my tip for today. Maybe there's a way that you can use a type of system that helps you record all your people that you meet with, and then you can look back at the end of the month and say to yourself, am I creating enough opportunities? Have I met enough people? And is my lifeline my investors, my joint venture partners, is there enough of them? And if you look at your performance at the end of the month, and maybe if you look at it and you go, I've only gone to 2 networking events and I've only spoken to 3 people, could you have done more? Is that enough that you feel will help grow your business? Thank you for tuning in today, and I will speak to you shortly. Cheers now.